I'll have to use this to do my filming this show tonight because it wasn't working with my camera on my laptop, so I'm having to do this instead. And hope it works. Give me a second and I'll start the show. Okay. I think we're good and we'll start now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. So, it's happened. For those people out there that said that Yarde wouldn't go to Russia, well, you've been proven wrong. For those people out there who said that Yarde wouldn't take the fight, yeah, well, that's been proven wrong as well. Often within boxing, if you put something in the wind enough, people take it and they run with it and they just accept it without exactly examining the facts. A lot of people will look at this situation between Yarde and Kovalev, and there's some people I've read, I've seen, have gone, ooh, Yarde looks shook. These are the same people that said Yarde wouldn't go to Russia and it was liars in the camp. These same people. These same people are the same people that don't want to see anybody succeed and want everybody to lose and are not happy about their own life. So I take these people with a pinch of salt. And I'm speaking this way for a reason and a purpose. So guess you're going to want to know what my thoughts are on Yarde versus Kovalev, the press conference. And this is it. So here we go. Let's get into this. Okay, let's get into this. The chat, top chat, all the chat sessions. Yep, chat's going to be hidden for the moment, so I can just talk. Okay, so my thoughts on Yarde versus Kovalev again. Do you know what this fight reminds me of? In some ways, is after watching Evander Holyfield struggle past Bobby Ches, and people said Holyfield had issues with his heart, and people saying, "Oh, Mike's gonna smash Evander. He's gonna smash him to bits. Mike's gonna destroy Evander." And I looked and said, "Not tonight. Evander's gonna beat Tyson because Evander will fight Mike. He'll push Mike back, and he'll take the fight to Mike. And he won't get bullied by Mike, and he won't be intimidated by Mike." That night, I sat and witnessed Mike Tyson get beat by Evander Holyfield, and in the process, win some good money. And in the process of it as well, not only winning good money, I was able to, at that time, buy myself a gum shield for boxing. So it was a great time for me. So, you know, they're saying that, and I understand. And I'll tell you what the argument is. The argument is this. And I had this debate with James Alibish, Uncle James, only today on my Facebook page. He goes like this. Well, who's Yarde's fault? And who's Yarde beat? And Kovalev's the champion. And Kovalev's done this. And Kovalev's done that. And Kovalev's done everything. Well, that's the general conversation that's been said. Okay? Yes, I accept Kovalev is the more experienced fighter. Yes, I accept that. Yes, I accept Sergey Kovalev has had more time at the highest level. Yes, I accept that. Yes, I also accept that Sergey Kovalev has got more wear and tear. Yes, I accept that. Yes, I also accept the fact that Sergey Kovalev's has been knocked out twice. People don't take it into consideration. Yes, I do take into consideration also Sergey Kovalev has been hurt in fights. Yes, I do take into consideration Sergey Kovalev is older. Yes, I do take into consideration Sergey Kovalev doesn't live the life. Yes, I do take into consideration that Sergey Kovalev cannot fight off the back foot. Yes, I do take into consideration Sergey Kovalev can't fight effectively outside mid-range. So he can fight long range, but he's ineffective mid-range and up close. What am I getting at here? I'm getting at this. People talk about experience, but here's how I look at it. My mindset would be this, and as his trainer, as his coach, taking on this challenge. This is for one night. This is 36 minutes. Now listen carefully to what I'm saying here. This is 36 minutes. How in 36 minutes can I reduce the amount of experience this guy's got to make it a level playing field? Well, how do I bring it down to my experience as opposed to your experience? How do I take away that experience that you do have and make it my experience, my reality? Well, here's how it happens. Sergey Kovalev from the first round, what he does, he comes straight across the ring, first round, takes centre of the ring, and leads behind a very good stiff left jab. That's true. But, and I say but, in his career, who has literally put it on him from the first round? Literally. Instead of him coming out to me, instead of Sergey Kovalev come out first round and running straight across the ring, you could run across the ring and smash him on the chin straight away. People think I'm talking nonsense here, but check this out a second. How many guys have literally stood up to Kovalev and said, right, you know what? You're going to have it tonight. As soon as you come across the ring, you walk straight onto a right hand. I'm going to hit you as hard as possible. How many guys do that? How many guys say, right, you know what, tonight, I'm going to beat you up tonight. And with intention to beat you up. I believe that Kovalev is only effective at long range. If you let him use that big long right hands and you stand at the end of the jab and you let him box, then you're using his experience. Then you're boxing to his game plan. Then you are falling into the experience of, hey, he's been here, he's done it, he's seen the t-shirt, he's a world champion. That's when the experience comes into play. That's the only time the experience comes into play. But if you force him onto the back foot, first round you meet him with a hard jab, you force him onto the back foot, you push him on the back foot, and you bully him. And Yarde has the physical attributes to bully him. He arguably faster than Kovalev in hand speed. Arguably hits as hard or harder than Kovalev. Now remember, Kovalev ain't knocking people out as much these days. This isn't the Kovalev that fought Nathan Cleverly, or even the guy that fought Andre Ward. And remember, he dropped Ward, Ward got up. And this is you look at the size between Ward and the size of Kovalev. That night, Kovalev looked like a cruiserweight compared to Andre Ward. And Kovalev couldn't get him out of there. Remember this. Go back and look at the second fight between Ward and Kovalev. Ward made most of that fight at mid-range, and Kovalev had no answer for it. Kovalev was a sucker for the left hook and the right hand. That's Andre Ward, a guy significantly smaller, and doesn't punch as hard as Yarde. I keep telling you this. Yarde, for me, I'd be telling him, listen, meet him, center ring, and smash him out with a left jab, right hand combination. Because when you rock Kovalev's head back with a jab, his hands are down by the side, he's open to a 1-2. He's open to the 1-2. He's open to a left jab, right hand combination. I'm telling you, watch how Kovalev boxes. He boxes, but when you push him onto the back foot, he's ineffective. All of Kovalev's effectiveness comes when he's on the front foot. Much like Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin's effective on the front foot, where they can dig their heels in and land big dirty shots. But they're ineffective off the back foot. Back foot game is poor. Mid range is poor. Kovalev can't fight off the chest. If Yarde and his team are silly enough to try and take this fight long range, then good luck to them. But it's going to be safe, up close, inside. That's where Yarde's going to be safe. Yarde is a precision puncher. He's one of these guys that picks his shots. Take this, take that, take this. But to me, for this fight, he's got to put you on Kovalev. That's an experience Kovalev would not have had before, where somebody's literally putting it on him from round one. Literally. Round one, get out first round, beat him to the jab, and beat him to the punch. Now, we're talking about what experience has Kovalev got being beaten to the punch? What experience has Kovalev got getting hit and hurt? Okay, so we're taking you back to the Andre Ward experience. We're taking you back to the Alvarez experience. Those are the experiences we want to take you back to. Those are the experiences that we need to work with psychologically. Do you hear what I'm saying here? Psychologically, if that's what I'd be telling Yarde. Forget about all this business about him being more experienced than you. You have got to give him a different type of experience, or you've got to get him the experience that he doesn't want to remember, which is the Andre Ward fight, which is the the Alvarez fight. That's the sort of experience you've got to give him, and to do that, you've got to hurt him. To do that, you've got to have literally no respect for him. Now, people said, "Oh, Yarde looked shook." Really? He didn't look shook to me. He looked like a guy that was looking at Kovalev and going, "This is it. This is it. This is my opportunity to turn my life around." I've seen that look before. This is my opportunity to turn my life around. This is the guy that stands between me and securing my household. This is the guy that stands between me and changing my lifestyle. This is the guy between me in East London and me going on to become a superstar in boxing. And this guy stands in my way. That's what I saw in Anthony Yarde. I didn't see Yarde being shook at all. I think people who don't want Yarde to win will think these things and talk that negative rubbish. But I saw a guy that is coming to win a fight. I see a guy that's... People say about daring to be great and all this stuff, but I see a guy there that really fancies the show. I really do. Why would you be intimidated by a guy that's been knocked out twice before? By guys that are smaller than yourself? That are guys who don't punch as hard as yourself? You've seen this guy ineffective. You've also seen him effective. But you've seen him slowed down over the years. Kovalev's there for the picking. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button while you're in the room. Smash it. Smash it hard. So, if you're one of these people that are in the room, I'm actually going to try and be ignorant for once. Just be ignorant to the, oh, well, Kovalev's more experienced. Good. Okay, you want to hear that argument? Switch off and go to some other channel and listen to that. But this channel is telling you there is a way you can win the fight. And these are the ways you can win the fight. By literally giving Kovalev a different experience. Getting knocked out in the first round. Getting beat up in the first round. A different experience. Oh, what do you experience? Well, okay. Lennox Lewis, Olympic gold medalist. Unbeaten as a pro. Going in to fight Oliver McCall. Had never been knocked out. McCall gave him a new experience. Getting knocked out, early in the second round. That was a new experience. Oliver McCall was no Olympic gold medalist. It's experience. So experience can only take you to what you know. Experience only works if Yarde puts himself in a position to allow Sergey Kovalev to use that experience, or he can count on that experience. If I get a guy in this position, I know what to do. If I get a guy in that position, I know what to do. But I don't know what to do when the guy's on my chest. I don't know what to do when a guy starts throwing punches back and hurting me. Sergey Kovalev, when you put it on him and you hurt him, he doesn't know what to do. And he gasses. You're talking, oh yeah, late in the fight, yeah, Kovalev's going to stop him. Kovalev gasses. So these are things that people need to look at. Don't tell me about the Kovalev that beat Nathan Cleverly. Don't talk about the Kovalev that beat Andre Ward. That Kovalev is gone. You have a shell of a man now that's fighting. And he may look the same guy. But don't be surprised. Now, it would not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if Kovalev were to get stopped early in this fight. It wouldn't surprise me. Why wouldn't it surprise me? Because it's not expected. I expect the unexpected in this fight. Yes, Yarde could get knocked out if he does something absolutely stupid. But if he stays mid-range, close range, Kovalev cannot do anything to him. It's when he's at long range, or potentially if Yarde is back against the ropes. But you see, when Yarde's back against the ropes, he can defend himself by digging him short body shots in. Kovalev can't fight on the inside. He's not going to learn how to fight on the inside now. So the way Kovalev fights with experience, behind the left jab, long left jab, big raking long right hands, that's Kovalev. That's what Kovalev is experiencing. So as long as Kovalev boxes like that, then that plays into what all you lot are talking about. Oh yeah, Kovalev's more experienced. That is where that statement makes sense. Oh yeah, Kovalev's more experienced. Yeah, he's been knocked out twice. See, you can turn it around. You can turn the whole situation around. Yeah, Kovalev's more experienced. Yeah, Kovalev's been around a lot longer. Means he's got lots more wear and tear. Kovalev's been around a long time. Yes, that also means if you turn that around, it also shows, if you look at that situation, you can also say that Kovalev's been around a long time. He's not going to change. Kovalev's been around a long time. There's a blueprint on how to beat Kovalev. That is a different type of mentality than the mentality of, yeah, and then so you really have to be changing your mentality and your approach to how you go about this fight. No, this is not what you would hear on most channels, but most channels will just repeat what the general consensus would be. So I'm giving you the argument as to why Yarde can win this fight and why he can win it by KO and why he can win it inside the distance. Arguably, this could be the hardest puncher both guys have ever faced. Arguably. Jean Pascal is thick, yeah, and he's strong. But he's not a guy that picks his shots. He's a guy that just throws from the heavens. Let me see what people are saying now. I'm going to unhide the chat and see what people are saying in the chat. Let's see what people say in chat. Okay, let's go. I'm going to see people in the chat. Okay. I remember when you said that Hay would smash Bellew to bits. Yeah, that's good. Do you remember when I said that Joshua would get beat by Ruiz? Do you remember when I said that Dave Allen will get beat by David Price? Well, do I have to go on? So because I get one thing wrong, what's your point, son? If you don't like it, you know where you can go. So what do you mean to do? Close my channel down because of that? Some people do say some of the dumbest things. How many experts have they got on Sky or Showtime that say one person's going to win a fight and another guy wins a fight? It's called upsets. It happens. Let's see. Let's get somebody else. Let's see if we find somebody else. Good evening, everyone. Let's see. Let's see now. Eugene says, Yarde has to make it a dogfight and also not shy away from bodywork. He's a very good body puncher. Indeed. Let's go and see what's going on here. This fight cannot go distances, Denise Ward. Let's keep going here. Um, let's see if we've got anybody else in the room. Okay. Yep. So a lot of you, I'll keep it all here. But yeah, how are we doing, Joey? I hope you're well. Denise, what do you think? And Eugene, what are your thoughts? I know you said that. I know you're saying, Eugene, that. Yeah, Denise Ward's. It's a winnable fight for Yard. I'm going for him for the win. Okay, I believe it's a winnable fight as well. I believe it's a winnable fight. I I believe it's a winnable fight. And I don't believe a lot of people saying Kovalev is dangerous in the first 4 rounds. Kovalev is only dangerous if you allow him to box from long range. Kovalev, from what I remember of Sergey Kovalev, in the Alvarez fight, he was getting the jab was snapping him back in his face all the time. He wasn't blocking the left jab at all, from what I remember the fight. And the Ward fight again, Ward was physically smaller than Kovalev. So I don't know. People see what they want to see, and people come in just to hate. I understand that. I get it. I get it. People have personal agendas, and I understand it. I'm not going to repeat some of the things on here because I'll tell you why I'm not going to repeat in here. Because simply for this particular fight, I'm taking a totally different approach to things. Very, very different approach. Eugene said, mental game also works on Kovalev. Make him hate you. He'll be swinging for the fences and gas himself. See, people know Kovalev. People know Kovalev. So, Eugene, what do you think of the idea? And Denise as Ward and Joey, people in the room, you people that I'm talking to now, we're having this conversation. What do you think of an idea, or the idea, or the approach of taking Kovalev's experience away from him by giving him experience he's not used to, which is a guy backing him up with a stiff jab, pushing him back to ropes, and hitting him and hurting him early in the fight? Yarde has to hurt, me personally, Yarde has to hurt Kovalev in the first minute of that fight. If Yarde can hurt Kovalev in the first minute and a half of the fight, yeah, Kovalev, oh dear me. Yeah, you've made your point. I get it. Okay. You made your point. I got it. I got you. Yeah, Yard has to go out blazing. I don't believe that Yard trying to box this guy is the way. I just don't. Because then you're falling into the hands of somebody like Sergey Kovalev. Then you're falling into the hands of experience. He's a powerful guy. A lot of the people that are talking here on over the keyboard have never seen Yard up close. Who haven't had the pleasure of seeing Yard up close. I mean, real up close. And I'm not talking about when all the cameras are spinning and people are, everyone's going there for media days. I'm telling you, Yard hits harder than heavyweights. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. Not asking your opinion. I'm not asking your opinion based from the keyboard or from what you watch on television. I'm telling you up close. I've seen Yarde up close. Right, that boy hits with some phenomenal power. I'm telling you now. It's gonna be interesting. It would drastically increase Yarde's chances if Kovalev is allowed to dictate the fight. Yarde, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh my god. Sorry, mate. I don't normally use to you, but today I have to do it. Sorry. Yeah, you have to be muted tonight on the show. If you don't like what's been said tonight, I'm sorry. You're gonna go to another channel tonight because I'm not having it. I'm not having my channel be overrun by people who just want to keep talking this stuff. I want to talk something different tonight because I'm not getting. I've given you You guys are set with one mindset, which is I've explained to you, and nobody wants to challenge me on this thought process of what happens if you take away the way you take away a man's experience is not allow yourself to be in the same place as him. Okay, for example, um, if I was going to go about a strategy to beating Deontay Wilder, the one thing I wouldn't do is move towards the right hand, because the right hand is the punch that, that's his honey punch. That's his strength. So what you do when you're breaking a fight down, you go to their weak points. You work towards the weaknesses. All you're telling me in here is what everybody else has been telling, right? Most experts who are not experts, because 9 times out of 10, they're not saying what they should be saying. They're saying what the broadcaster wants them to say. Okay? That's the first thing. Second, for you people that come in the room and said, I remember when Bellew and Hay did this. Well, I didn't know the condition of David Hay at the time. I didn't know the condition. I didn't know how badly injured he was going into that fight. I didn't know. Well, I don't know. It'd been something altogether. And then in the rematch, I thought, okay, maybe he'd get it together. He didn't. But this is the most interesting matchup in boxing this year, period. There's no other fight you can bring me in boxing this year. There's no other fight in boxing this year that brings as much interest. Fury Wilder doesn't bring me that interest. Joshua versus Ruiz 2 doesn't bring me that interest. Errol Spence versus Crawford doesn't bring me that interest. Kovalev versus Yarde brings me interest because you're doing something historical. You're doing something here that's not been done. Yes, my man. Good seeing you, brother. That's what I'm talking about. Don't even mention the other chat. Eugene says, he says, let's see what Eugene's saying. Don't even mention the other channels. The mainstream media will talk about the obvious things, not entertaining other possibilities. As always. So I'm thinking to myself, it's the fight because of the unknowns, and it's done unlike other fights. That's my point. So why do I want to listen to a bunch of sheep coming in here going at me? Why do I want to? Why do I want to listen to? I don't listen to you for the majority of the time. I don't listen to you anyway. So why am I going to start listening to you now? Why? You feel a way about something, that's fine. Go that on another channel. Don't come here and do that, because for this show, and what I'm talking about is the possibilities of something else. The possibilities of the weaknesses. And I'm talking as well. I've spent all this time. You think I just sit down and do interviews because of the sake of it? I'm sitting down thinking, okay, I've known Tunde a long while now. What would Tunde be thinking now? There's so many people that are hating out there. So many people hating out there. So many people want this man to fail. What you don't understand is that gives people strength. That gives people strength to actually focus better. Now, what they've done is they heard something about Yarde not having hot water. You people don't get it. I relate to Yarde. Why I relate to Yarde is because I see a young man there that wants to achieve his dreams. And so many people are hating. He can't do it. It's not possible. It's not like Kovalev is unbeaten and he's been a long reigning world champion, and he's never touched a canvas. He's never been hurt. He's young and fresh. There's some fights I wouldn't stick Yarde in the ring. I wouldn't stick him in the ring with Bivol. I wouldn't have put him in the ring with Sullivan Barrera, because Sullivan Barrera is the kind of guy, you drop him, he gets up, and he's more dangerous. That's the kind of guy I wouldn't put him in the ring with. But Kovalev I would do, because I know if you hurt Kovalev, you can get him out of there. And he's not the same fighter, and he's a vulnerable champion. Why the hell do you think Canelo wanted to run all the way up to light heavyweight to face him? So I'm thinking to myself, nah, they got this one. And I just think that Kovalev's tailor-made. He's tailor-made for Yarde. Kovalev has got a great jab, yes, but I would put Yarde in with Kovalev'S right now. Okay, if Yarde wins, then he's the number one light heavyweight. I wouldn't go as far as that. I wouldn't go as far as that. I'd say he breaks into world rankings, and he breaks into that proven world championship level. But then the same people that are in here now, the same people in here at the moment, are going to come back afterwards. Should Yarde win the fight, we'll come back and go again. He was an old man. Yeah, but he got knocked up by Ward. Yeah, but he got done by Alvarez. Yeah, but he never had a good chin. That's what's going to happen. Because these people can't think for themselves. They can't think for themselves. And like, oh, I can't wait for my notification from BWTM afterwards. What for? It shows you the state of some people. Shows you the state of some people's mindset. It really does. Boxing fans are not open-minded. For the most part, they're very closed-minded. They're boxed off. That's what makes this interesting. You know, how many times in boxing can we say an opportunity like this happens where a person that shouldn't even be, you know, in the ring is in the ring against a guy, an established champion. One thing or two things are going to happen. We're going to be told once again that there are levels to this game, and there are levels for a reason. Or we will be shown once again that every champion has their time. Yarde gives some hard body shots and Kovalev waves the fight off himself. That's what it is. It's all about achieving your goals. That's what it's about. So, as for beating the top one, I don't rate Kovalev'S, and Beterbiev hasn't beat anybody. But you could make a point for Bivol. Bivol's the boy. Bivol's my boy. Bivol is the best light heavyweight in the world. Sorry, Bivol is the best light heavyweight in the world. You know, there's a lot of reasons why I rate Bivol. He's fought the top guys for me, back to back, going up the through the rankings. Bivol, he's fought the top guys around. He also takes a good punch. He also has got a great engine. He also has got good hand speed. Yeah, he's to me, Bivol's a total package for me. Fights off the front foot, fights off the back foot, has been stunned and hurt in fights, but has come back. I like Bivol. Total package for me. Best light heavyweight in the world. I don't think twice about that. Bivol's best light heavyweight in the world. Kovalev'S has to deal with we are firemen all day, can't help. Oh dear. Yes, Bivol is a total package. There you go. See, so they both know what's coming their way. They both know what's coming their way with Kovalev. But Kovalev's not the same fighter, and I'll keep on saying that. So I don't know how many times I've got to bang that on. But in the world of what can happen, as for Kovalev'S, he got hit with a murderous left hand from Stevenson and was able to pull through. Yeah, he was. But that Stevenson that night was not the Stevenson that should have turned up. Stevenson wasn't fit. He got rid of his original fitness trainer, strength and conditioning, and he brought some two-bob strength and conditioning trainer in. Go do your research on it. It's true. So yeah, it's not what people expect to hear. And why? Why should I give you what everyone expects to hear? Particularly in a fight like this. Can't get it. Don't understand it. So, for me, it's possible. It's very possible. Carpentier almost got Kovalev'S out of there too. Kovalev'S has no chin. Oh, dear me. Well, in that case, then Beterbiev's going to destroy him. Then, if he's got no chin, if he's got no chin, and for Beterbiev to lose that fight means Beterbiev would have to be pushed onto the back foot. He's another guy can't fight off the back foot, and he's got no defense on the back foot. I rate Callum Johnson highly. I really do rate that boy. If I could sign one guy in the world in boxing today, Dean Stevenson knocked Kovalev'S out in spine 6 years ago. Yeah, that's why I understand. If I could sign one guy in boxing today who's inactive that I could sign, one guy, it'd be Callum Johnson. I'd sign Callum Johnson. I'd sign him. I'm surprised PBC haven't signed Callum Johnson. I would sign Callum Johnson. I would definitely sign Callum Johnson. Two-fisted attack, good chin. Good night, everybody. Must get ready for it. Me too. Right, I'm out of here. So, it's not what people want to hear. I know, but I'm not here to do what most people want to hear. I'm giving people the alternative thought, the alternative idea, the alternative story. That if you box a guy's weaknesses, rather than to his strengths, no longer does he become that experienced fighter. You take away that experience from him by boxing to his weaknesses. So then it's a different fight. If you box a man's strengths, of course, then well, he's more experienced. Well, of course you fall into that. But if you box a man's weaknesses, there in itself becomes your strength. And there in itself is where your victory lies. Suspect chin, weak to the body, can't fight backing up, and ineffective at mid-range to short to up close. Yarde works well to the body, has a great straight right hand. Kovalev has been hurt twice in big fights by the overhand right, hasn't stopped it yet. And Yarde himself carries a good jab, good defense as well. So I just think, I've said it before, I believe he's tailor-made for Yarde. I just think the young man, will the young man be too brave for his own good? I don't know. He's got that sort of punching power that can get himself out of trouble, I believe. And that's, he can go in there with all guns blazing. He's got a great left hook, a great straight right hand, a good left hook to the body, backing up. So look at those things. Kovalev brings, left jab, right hand, left hook, but all from long range. And that's my take on it. The key here, I honestly feel Yarde stops in between 7 and 10 rounds. Yarde will be the hardest puncher Kovalev has ever been in ring with. That's what I believe too. The one thing I will say is that Friday night, when they weigh in, right there is the moment. Will Yarde, that's where we're going to fight, right there. Will Yarde look at Kovalev and go, you got something of mine, I'm coming to get it? Or will he crack then? I don't think he'll crack. I think he's there, and this is his moment of truth. And I think he'll relish it. And I've known guys like that who they're just calm and cool and are mentally strong because of what they've been through in their lives. And I'm going to back that. And I'm going to back what I know of Tunde Ajayi, what I've seen of Tunde Ajayi, what I've experienced with Tunde Ajayi through the interviews. And I feel that myself and him, when we talk, we're on a similar sort of level when we're talking in terms of he resonates with me in terms of a lot of things he says. I get where he's coming from because a lot of what he says is what I believe. See it, believe it, become it. That's me, right? That's my life. So I'm not talking here to please people. I'm talking here based on my own personal experience in life, my engagement with a fellow brother, and I don't mean that by colour of skin, by brother in terms of belief systems and way of life, united in that, and positivity. And it's not just positivity based on airy fairy. There is a process, and I've seen how that process works. The power the team carry into this bout is their belief. I agree. I believe. And the power of belief is incredible. It really is. Let's see what people are saying here. I have a feeling Kovalev would be elusive courtesy of Buddy McGirt. Yeah, that's possible. That's very possible. Very possible. Very possible. But he's 35 years old and experienced he is. But some things, he's not going to be faster than Yarde. He's not going to be faster than Yarde. And I don't know what Kovalev's like when you put it on him. You know, and the fire may be too much for him. Having said that, he's an experienced champion. So he's got to do what experienced champion does. I'll leave it as that. Those are my thoughts. It's different, but it needs to be different. No offense to anybody tonight. Speaking of, Kovalev is back to shit trainers. Seems like the Uzbekistan trainer wasn't seems like the Uzbekistan trainer wasn't that great as Kovalev was saying. You can blame Klimas for that. You blame Klimas for that one. But yeah. I hope that they don't try to upset Yarde between now and Saturday night, because I believe that's going to backfire on the team. That's a warning. But we'll wait and see. Friday night, the weigh-in. I just can't wait. I'll see you then. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. Please smash the like button. I'm out of here. Take care.